What's up, guys? Malzahar here, back for another VOD review. Today we're going to be doing a game from the America's Soul Fighter. Actually, technically this is the EMEA Soul Fighter Cup, but you can see this is this really cool new format they have where it's actually a mix of America's and EMEA players here. So it's a cross-regional competition. There's also another one with the other half because they basically took half of America's, put it in the EMEA one, took half of EMEA, put it in the America's one. This is technically the EMEA one, though we know they're all the America's ones because America is the best region. I mean, I will say it's been very, very close, like surprisingly close. I mean, you look at this top 8 here that we have right now, and this is currently right now the tournament is ongoing, but I wanted to record a video, get one out because I got really tired yesterday and didn't put one out at the end of last night. But you can see 4 EMEA players, 4 Americas in the top 8. If you go down to top 12, you get better. And the first place player overall with a dominating 60 points right now is Grea here. So some great scores. Only a couple of bot 4s here and there, a 6, a 5th, and a 5th, but a lot of 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2 in his top 2s. I mean, so many top points here. So I thought we'd watch some Grea, and it's also a very, very interesting game. This game that Grea played, and I think Grea just streams on bad quality because it was a trainer golems game. So this is step 1 to this game being very odd, is that it's a trainer golems game. He actually immediately called Malphite in chat. I have my cam over where chat is, but Grea immediately called Malphite in chat the second he got double Malphite plus Jhin. But it's not going to be that simple. This variant, this crew reroll comp is obviously very, very good, and he just throws the entire board into planner there. But yeah, it's not actually that simple. And I also do think, you start the game like this. All right, let's look at, ooh, that was a quick augment take from Grea. This guy is blazing through. Let's look at augments here and we can yap more. I mean, Piercing Sight is this augment where every time I look at it, I'm like, it sounds cool. It actually sounds quite bad in this comp because you're not really doing a lot of damage frequently. Jhin is like very bursty. Obviously, New Contenders is interesting with the +1, but probably not. Kais has been nerfed pretty hard. Blood Rage, this augment probably shouldn't even be offered at 2-1. It's just not a very good augment 2-1, pumping up whatever. And the nice thing about Thornplated is that, I mean, 1, it's one of Malphite's best items already, and 2, this allows us to go for this double slam onto Malphite, really 2.5 slam onto Malphite. One of the most important things that you need to think about when you are playing into, this comp in general, even the normal version, which, like I said, this won't exactly be the normal version, but, when you're playing crew reroll with Malphite, you need early Malphite items. You want to, have as quickly as possible a Malphite 3, because that's what's really, a Malphite with 3 items, because that's what's really going to stabilize you very hard at, next stage. Stage 3 is when this Malphite is going to do a lot of work. I'm kind of surprised, by the way, that we took the Atomic. Let's actually go back and look at these power-ups real quick, because I'm kind of an Atomic hater, which, maybe that's my fault, but yeah, let's look at it. Again, one more time here. Yeah, I mean, the other ones are not amazing. Selfish Living Wall. Yeah, I guess I could see Atomic among these 3, but yeah, it's not my favorite power-up in this comp in general. I feel like a lot of times, by the time Malphite dies, the fight's already over, and so yeah, you get an explosion that does some damage, but especially in a spot like this where he has all of these items on him, like keeping him alive longer, I think is going to be better than doing more damage. But I think we are just going to stick onto this Atomic, at least for this stage. And hey, maybe I'll see a world here where Atomic actually looks kind of good. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, there it actually did some pretty good damage. I guess I could see it, especially from the perspective of, like, I'm thinking of Lost Streaking here to just kill some extra units. Maybe that is the thinking from Grea. And to be fair, it's only a Malphite 1-star right now. Once you hit Malphite 2, this guy's actually going to be doing kind of significant damage. And we did pick up Jhin the second here, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, we can throw in Kobuko for now, I guess. He's thinking about just playing double Jhin. I mean, Kobuko gives you Mentor bonus. Double Jhin gives you more damage. I kind of, from the perspective of Lost Streaking, kind of like the double Jhin for that same reason, that I want to do more damage. But his thought is that, I mean, like, Malphite's going to do pretty good damage anyway. So, yeah. I mean, looking around, there's some very interesting other dummies that people have. You see Weijin here, who has the Crystal Gambit, which is obviously very insane. If you can get there, it has been nerfed pretty significantly. So, it used to be that if you saw Crystal Gambit +1, you win the game for free. Item here, we have Chain open, right? Is it Gargoyle? I want to see what he takes here. I know the stats really like Gargoyle. You can go multiple Bramble Vests if you want to. I mean, you do have the Bramble Augment here, so those are There's the, yeah, so I guess it's just double bramble in this situation. Okay, makes sense. The stats really like double bramble. I think it's mostly for this augment specifically, but I mean, if you got it, you got it. So I think this makes sense. He's hovering. Yeah, he's thinking about removing now that we have double bramble here and going, yeah, standalone looks fantastic here because the longer that you live and continue to proc this bramble augment, the more damage you're going to be doing, way more damage than Atomic is going to be doing. So we have basically Bis Malphite here. I would say like this is absolutely insane. I think stats actually don't even like an HP item that much. They like just like bramble gargoyle or something like that. But I think Spirit Fist is just totally acceptable here. And we pick up a Malzahar who actually, hilariously enough, fits really nicely onto this board here because we have the Prodigy +1, and obviously we're playing Jhin, so we have Wraith in already. So you can actually very, very nicely fit Malzahar on this board right now, which might be a little bit of an indication of what we are thinking about playing around here. I will also say, I mean, this stage is really just showing the difference of having a triple item Malphite. This is a Malphite 1 here, by the way, that is just sitting and tanking and killing everything just because he's got 3 items. He doesn't even have any kind of like crit. We don't even actually have the crew in, which would give him a little bit of extra stats, but we don't even have that in. We do have Protector in for him, at least with the Kennen, who also fits nicely with the Supreme Cell, which is kind of funny. I don't think Supreme Cell is doing all that much on this board, but it is a nice little addition that you can get here. So yeah, picking up Bow, I mean, this is fantastic. We're looking towards damage items at this point. There is a Kaisa there. I mean, I do think you want to hold the Malzahar here, and we do hold it. And now wait a second. We have a Malzahar 2 here. We're going to roll down a little bit here, but really just for Malphite 2 at this point. And now, I mean, actually our best carry on this board is Malzahar 2. So we're looking at the Void Staff Slam. We're waiting to see if the person we're fighting is strong. Wow, he actually makes the call that we're going to he's making the call that we're going to win this fight without slamming, right? I'm a little scared, but maybe Malphite's just enough of a beast. Because like he's making the call that this is not going to be a Void Staff Slam diff. Or the other thing, oh my god, we do barely win. Okay, we do. Oh, insane fight judging there. I would have been so afraid and slammed Void Staff there because I thought I was going to lose that fight. But he gets to keep the optionality open. I've talked about this before. But whenever you can in a spot, not slam and still win, you're just getting options for free. Because imagine we take like item grab bag here. All of a sudden we can maybe slam some different items here. I mean, you must take care package, I think. This augment's just broken, and we do. And we get a cloak here. Cloak not amazing because we would like some damage items. I guess you could make Adaptocone here, but I'm still pretty partial to this Spark Slam. Gonna roll a little bit on 5, and I mean, this is going to be our spot for a little while here. And yeah, he keeps looking at the Void Staff Slam. He's considering it. Once again, don't have to slam it unless we fight somebody strong. But he is so ready to slam that. Once again, we fight somebody. Okay, this fight he actually judges is going to be a bit harder, which to be fair, yeah, Xin Zhao to the Samira. Yeah, this actually looks like a pretty appropriate slam. Maybe even could have gotten away with this fight as well, but I can understand him being afraid of losing to Xin Zhao too. That unit is a monster. So we're going to continue, sit on 5 for a while. Definitely need to roll for our Malphite 3 at this point. It's kind of interesting, because normally in the setup, you're rolling for Jhin 3 here, and we'll certainly hold Jhins, but we've made a Void Staff. We have this Malphite itemized. It's not really looking like Jhin's going to be itemized for a while, right? I mean, our next item out of this cloak, I mean, I'm thinking like Adaptive Helm here. We'll see what Grea wants to go for here. I guess also, I haven't really talked about like Grea himself, the player. This is a guy who I feel like a few sets ago, it's funny, Pokygom, who, one of the best players in North America for a long time, like tweeted and was like, Grea is one of the most underrated players of all time. And then Grea went on like an insane run, like was at regionals that set, did fantastically well. And then like since then has really kind of been like a staple of high elo TFT and, in these competitive circuits. This guy is just a really, really good TFT player. I mean, I'm surprised actually it doesn't go straight for the rod. Okay, he does go for the rod, but he goes for a little loop-de-loop to get there. Yeah, and he's at this point finally at 3-5 is going to put Malphite into play, or Malzahar into planner here. I do think it's so funny. Ooh, how deep are we going to roll here? Actually, down to 40 and then stops. Okay, I like it because I mean we're 3 off. Oh, okay, down to 40 again. We're 3 off Malphite here, and 4 off Sivir, and I mean 4 off Malzahar, I guess. We found a lot of Malzes on a low level, which is kind of interesting just because, you're not expected to find that many. But I think this is just one of the reasons why I want to VOD review this game. Is such a weird spot, with the trainer golem, with hitting the early Malzahar too, that it kind of has allowed us to play this weird kind of variant of this comp. Power up here, Super Genius does not sound that good. Yeah, I think you just take Midas Touch for now. Always tragic when you like take one of these gold generation ones at 3-6, and then like you're probably gonna want to remove this and put a different one on 4-1 so that you can find something a little bit stronger for stage 4. But hey, not too bad here. But yeah, I mean, this game is just a weird spot. But I mean, we're doing great. We're 84 HP. The Malzahar is just cleaning up this mid game, and it gives us a great late game to play for as well. The Malzahar 3 on this board. It's kind of funny we're still holding the Nars. I mean, I honestly don't think we're going to play for Nar. I wonder, I mean, I think it's very easy for our next couple of levels to be like 4 Protector, and then at that point, you've added in a Cassante, so then you can look, I mean, best case scenario, you find a Varus, but, you can't always find Varus, so yeah. All right, let's look at our items here before we roll, just to kind of get an idea for it. I guess, like, Archangels is a bad item these days, but I don't really know what else you're building out of tier if you don't build Archangels. I guess you could just go JG Adaptive or something like that. You'd really like some damage items left over. I mean, I guess you could Reforge. Why are our Reforgers not stacked? What the heck? That's so weird. Maybe they're about to. I would look at potentially reforging some of these items. We already have this made, so maybe you could keep this chain and look for like a Sunfire out of it, reforge the cloaks, and look for just more damage items, right? Because you want to go 3 out of Mal, something like a JG adaptive, and then, turn this glove into maybe like IE or something for Jinathan. So roll down a bit. Pretty low roll down here, I will say. There's another Sivir at least, another Malphite. Now you have to roll deep, and we do hit Malphite 3 big hits here. Reforge his chain, Ops 2, and then he's going to reforge the cloak. So he values that other cloak a little bit at least. Man, Deathcap is so good, but ooh, the TG Deathcap is gonna be TG Deathcap adaptive, or maybe he's just still gonna wait on the adaptive. All right. I mean, the TG for Jhin, I do think in a pinch makes sense when you're kind of like low item, like you're not gonna have enough items to triple item Jhin here. Last Second Save is a very good power up augment in general here, so I would be looking at that. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the take here. I love it. The only upside to level up at this point. Now we find Sivir 3, and we sold the Nar for Econ. Okay, and we are going to finally make the adaptive. I like it a lot. Okay, so this itemization is really cool. So Deathcap, yeah, tends to be quite good on Malzahar just because, in general, units that don't have a lot of kind of like innate AP, you want to build AP on them. So Malzahar, he's not really getting AP from any other source in his, trait web and stuff like that. So building AP onto him feels really, really good. And so the Deathcap, one of his best items. The Void Staff, also one of his best items, because he constantly, damage over time is really good with MR Shred, with Heal Cut, because they're constantly reapplying it, right? Every single tick of Malzahar damage, he's reapplying it. And then he's also hitting multiple targets when he's spreading his poison to other targets. So it's really, really nice on him. And then, the adaptive as a mana item makes sense. And yeah, I really like this TG Slam, actually, when you think about, this is a comp where TG is actually fantastic because it's so item hungry, especially once we hit, Jhin 3. I mean, we already have a Sivir 3 who's just sitting here unitemized. So if we had, say, like another TG, you could throw that onto her. But, we could, you're looking for Jhin items, you're looking for Sivir items. It's kind of funny that he opts to itemize Jhin 2 here over Sivir 3. I don't completely agree with that. I do think until you find Jhin 3, Sivir is the better item holder. But, maybe that is actually, how he evaluates it. We do have Wraith in for Jhin, which is the only upside. But is Wraith better than 3-star 1 cost versus 2-star 2 cost? I mean, I personally don't think so, but that's why Gray is playing, I guess. Bow here is fantastic. It allows us to make red buff and get to our heal cut. That's the last thing we were kind of missing on this board. You almost want to put it on Mal's, but yeah, he is going to put it on Mal's, and then the adaptive is going to move over to Sivir. Okay, I could see this a lot. Once again, we talked about how good it is to apply these effects using Malzahar, so I think this makes perfect sense here. We are in an interesting spot now, actually, where we're only 5 Jins. We do want to find Malzahar 3. So Gray is kind of in between. We could push levels and roll on level 7, or we could roll on 6, get the free, Crew XP from rolling on 6. I'd be really tempted to roll on 6, but it looks like he wants to push 7 here. Okay. Yeah, he's going to go to 7 and then roll on 7 and use the 7 rerolls to push him to 8 with the Crew effect. Kind of interesting, but he just wants to prioritize above all else finding Malzahar. It is also, a decent spike just going 7 in the first place because you get to play that 4 Protector, hopefully find that big guy. Ooh, that is a little scary here that he just walks straight to backline, though maybe nope, he will not go to frontline. Yeah. Grea a little bit upset about the positioning there, kind of wishes that he was just, Malphite one more hex to the right here would have been totally fine. And also just, that is a pretty insane setup there. The Golden Destiny into the duplicators, and then he also has Care Package, I think. Yeah, that is a pretty nutty spot there from Dish Soap. Also, I guess I didn't even talk about the lobby, but a very cool lobby, right? Decent amount of NA in here, but a lot of other, really good EU players as well. Boom! Malzahar 3. Oh my god. We naturaled it. So now we're going to roll on 7 for Jin 3. Put the 4 Protector in here. Gonna find different power up here. Take Keen Eye. Let's look at our options there again, actually, because he goes so fast I didn't even see it. All right, it's never gonna be Solar Breath. And Keen Eye is actually not bad. They buffed it up again this patch, so it's 45. Even though you already have a Marsh Red, it's still not bad here. All right, the rest of our items here, I mean, I'm looking at like maybe a Guard Breaker for, you want to get to Sivir items, I would think, or eventually kind of like Jin items. Move the TG over to Sivir. I guess you can't because you don't really want to Adaptive Helm Jin. So I guess these are just Sivir items. They're looking kind of crunchy though here. Like, I don't really like, I mean, no spell crit with the Strikers seems awkward. You get another glove here. I mean, you could go JG and get your spell crit, I guess. Okay, is it actually JG Guard Breaker though? Because I don't see anything else. You could build more tank items, but we don't really, I mean, eventually we're gonna have Cassante as our tank. So if you want to build tank items, you could almost do that. I kind of feel like, okay, it's another TG. Oh, TG Even Shroud. Oh, okay. I like it a lot, actually. I kind of almost want to move then this Adaptive Helm up, and then put that with the Even Shroud and then move the TG down to Sivir. We have enough removers to do this, I believe. Well, I don't think we've used that many removers this game, and he keeps flickering around to everybody to see. Yeah, those are our 4 removers, so we could do that if we wanted to. I mean, that makes sense to me. We're going to push just straight to 8 here because, I mean, we found the Malz already. Our odds of finding stuff on our current level is not that high. We'd really like to get that that 4 Wraith in now, but we cannot find it, so we just get Jinx in here, and yeah, is going to move this over to Cassante here, and then the Adaptive is still going to be on Sivir for now. Yeah, just throwing in all the Wraiths in a planner because it's like, I don't know how to see these units. Like, I feel I would be so afraid of skipping these. Oh, there's another fight, actually, where Mal's here. Oh, okay, he got wrapped on, but it ended up being fine. But that was another almost kind of sketchy fight there. But okay, roll down here. Find Jinx too, not bad. I mean, this TG must move, right? Either it goes onto the Jinx. Yeah, I think this is totally fine. I mean, Jinx 2 is probably better than Sivir. I wonder if he thinks about moving Adaptive Helm off Sivir at this point. He's just going to Rod, so I guess not. He thinks the Adaptive is better on Sivir than it is. I mean, to be fair, Cassante is just kind of a big meat shield. I don't think you really need, the mana on him, whereas, Sivir is actually pretty good, getting multiple casts off, doing good damage. So really interesting. Like, the itemization was actually, like, quite confusing this game. But, I mean, if you just follow the idea of taking a bunch of items in this comp, making multiple TGs, then I think you'll do just all right here. Do you want to itemize Sivir or Cassante here? I kind of feel like Sivir, the DB. Yeah, I like this a lot here. I think she's going to be a better item holder. And also, oh, that's Jin 3 here. That's huge. All right. So now we've hit everything. Oh my God. This is such a crazy game. I mean, we made it to the crew board, but we are also playing a Malzahar 3, who is our main carry the entire game, essentially, and we just tanked the Malphite. Now we obviously have the Cassante to play around very well, but I mean, this is already a board that caps quite highly, and if we can make it to the Giga cap, I mean, the Giga cap here is level 9 here, plus, okay, I mean, honestly, this is enough. Just getting the Varus in here is huge, because now we're 5 Sniper, 4 Wraith here. Yeah, and he opts to drop out of 4 Protector, because, I mean, you definitely do. Getting up to 5 Sniper and 4 Wraith is huge here. Obviously, our front line's going to be a little weak for now, but honestly, if we can hit Cassante too, that'll be, all is forgiven. Papa Mort Dog, like that, our front line will be fantastic here. Big Nico here, though. Mal's just burns right through it. I mean, once all those dots end up popping over and just hitting the Nico, and all of a sudden she's got like 6 Malzahar dots on her. I mean, it is very hard for her to survive. And yeah, I mean, top 4 locked in here. Wajan Iverson is our biggest threat this game. If you look at his board, he is, remember, the person who had Crystal Gambit earlier, which is really, really annoying for us. All right, pop this last Sivir item, I guess, or a frontline item. He gets another dupe, which is kind of hilarious. Yuck. I mean, yeah, I guess he could take strikers. Oh, he got a component, so he just gets to make Gunblade as well. And so he's gonna move the real items over here. The adaptive, I guess, will move up at this point to down to Varus. Yeah, I mean, makes sense as well. I mean, we have so many units to itemize. I forgot that we have a Varus that we could itemize as well. So this fight, I guess we're wishing that we had a little bit more frontline, but I think he really just doesn't respect adaptive on Cassante, and not to say like he should respect it. Like I think he thinks it's not that good, and I think he's probably right. So yeah. All right, going to. Okay, I don't know why his stream lagged there for a second. I got really afraid that his like stream crashed there and that we were gonna like not have the end of the game. But it's all good. 8 Soul Fighter board. I mean, Soju also has an 8 Soul Fighter board. I don't think we've checked his 8 Soul Fighter that recently, or more likely we probably did check it and then I've just been yapping, because that's another win for Soju. I don't know how close he is to actually the Prismatic. He's only 10 HP though, so if he doesn't have it this turn and he fights Weijin, life is gonna be quite difficult. And Weijin, yeah, just that crazy strong. Yeah, he just hit the Swain 3 as well. Like his board is just monstrous right now, so I don't know that we can beat that, but we can hopefully outplace Mr. Soju here. We are fighting the real Weijin Iverson here, so we're hoping either our clone or, okay, Weijin's clone is fighting Soju, so that's good news for us. It means he's probably going to take a pretty bad loss because we are going to die here, but Soju is going to die harder, and it is a top 2. I thought this was such a fun, cool game. Playing around the Malzahar in this comp is something you would never see, but with the Prodigy +1 and the fact that we hit all those Malzahars, it actually made a lot of sense. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch and Metafy. Links down below. If you guys want to watch more of this, the NA version of the cup is starting, day 2 is starting later today, and then day 3 of the EMEA version is gonna be tomorrow. I love this new competitive format. I honestly want to do like a video about just glazing the competitive format, but I don't know. If people want to hear that, then let me know. But I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.